We might be live. I think we are live.
Whoop, whoop.
Woot woot. It is January 7, and welcome to Square Foot Show 48-hour preview live. And we are here with Noémie Côté.
Hi.
Hi, Noémie. And we're going to be discussing all things Square Foot Show. We're kind of rambling right now because we've got to go live on Instagram, and it takes a minute or two to get that all up and running. So, Noémie, how are you?
I'm great. Yeah, it's always fun to be here with you, Julia. Always
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah.
I'm in my husband's office today.
Nice. Yeah, it is very masculine, isn't it?
It is. And he's got his own collection of Square Foot shows
cool.
that he's collected over the past few years as well.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I know. So Noémie is our headliner for Square Foot Show. If you're just joining us, I want to give you the scoop. Square Foot Show is an online show that happens now for 2025. This is what's so exciting is it's going to be happening monthly. It is a fast and furious show with many of the artists selling out within the first, hour. And it's always very exciting to see the show go crazy. It opens January 9th at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And now we are going to be doing a show once a month. So we're going to be introducing to collectors new artists. We're going to be introducing new artists to new collectors. And we're really excited about that. And it's a 24-hour show. So
January 9th, you said 8 o'clock. So that's 8 p.m., right? In the
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
24 hours only.
Only.
I have to act fast.
Yeah. And the reason we did that, we've always done a 3-day show. But we found that most of the people are buying in the first day. So we thought, you know what? If we're going to do a show a month, let's get in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get these artists out there, and we won't dilly-dally at all.
That's fine, and then that's great. It's time to make some action decisions, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to have a different theme?
We're going to have different themes every month. We're going to have a lot of contemporary landscape, because that seems to be what the Square Foot Show audience really, really loves.
Yeah.
But we're going to do some different things. Like this time, Noémie chose the theme reflection.
Yes.
And all the paintings, see, Lindsay's great. She's helping us. All the paintings are 12 by 12. They are all original. And they all cost $350 or
That's amazing.
I know.
Let me stop you. Stop. $350. What, Canadian?
Canadian.
Or US?
If you're American, that's insane.
Right?
And, but they will cost $300 American if you are American. So if you're American, but it includes free shipping.
Amazing.
I know. Unless you are outside of North America. I don't want anybody to be surprised. If you are in Europe and you want to buy it, you are more than welcome. And we make sure that our shipping cost to Europe or anywhere else is very reasonable.
And it will be. It is a small piece of art, right? It's not a large box. And just to show everyone while we're here, this is a 12 by 12. So like sizes compared to my face.
Yes.
12 inches by 12 inches.
And that's the prize.
This is the prize. Look at it. It's pretty.
That is the prize. So if you go as a collector, if you have not signed up for our email, go to squarefootshow.com, sign up for our email. You're going to get the 48-hour preview that goes out at 8 p.m. tonight, and a chance to win that piece. But you also get a chance to win any piece from any Square Foot Show while you're on that list. So it's not just a one-time entry. You're entered every month to win. And you get to follow amazing artists. Now, Noémie is I'm not going to say I discovered Noémie. I met Noémie because Noémie was brought in to a Square Foot show, I believe by artist
Sarah.
Sarah Alex
Yeah.
Mullen. She brought you in when she was a headliner, and I started following Noémie because of that show. And what a neat thing, our relationship has grown. Noémie is now in my gallery, and we have visited, and she slept over at my house, and we're friends, and we have a great time. And Square Foot Show is designed to lift up artists, to bring new and emerging and established artists forward. And we've had a few notes, Noémie. I got a note from an artist last week that said Square Foot Show started their career.
That's amazing. And no doubt.
Isn't that fun?
You must feel wonderful about it, right?
I do.
Because you're sharing the arts to collectors, but really, like you said, lifting artists, as in giving them a platform to super blast their artworks, get some views, some eyeballs, people just discover their work.
And you know how it happened was I always had an in-person show. And I had an in-person show for 7 years, and then COVID hit and we had to take it online.
Yes.
And I had built a good show, and I had built a good following on Instagram. And that show, people would write me, how do I buy from your show? And I'm like, well, you can't. It's only in person. I don't have it online. And I wasn't savvy like that. And then COVID hit. So I had to hire a team to put my show online. And we thought, oh, you know what? It's going to be, we'll do okay. We have about 200 artists, and we'll probably have about 100 people shopping. Well, we had over 2,000 people hit the site. We sold so many paintings. It was insane. And squarefootshow.com was developed.
What a great way to pivot.
Right?
And create this opportunity. Because it's not physical. It's not in person anymore. You don't have to bring it to the show and to your old style show. It's all virtual. So now you have artists wherever they are. Where they are. Which is more flexible and accessible.
And Noémie was one of those artists in that first year, that we met. And now we've sold over 4,000 12 by 12s. We've sold over $1 million worth of 12 by 12s.
Yeah.
Oh, so LBHS centric or LBHS eccentric art. She can't wait, or he can't wait for the show. Same with us. We cannot wait. The pieces are beautiful. If you're following along at Instagram and on our Facebook, you'll see you can kind of do a little preview, but the preview actually goes out tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are on the email list, you are going to get that preview at 8 o'clock. So go sign up. It's free. You're going to be, you'll get an email. We don't spam you. And you have a chance to win that piece. So what we haven't done yet, I've kind of said Noémie is the headliner, but Noémie, tell us a little bit about yourself. And then we're going to go in and we're going to talk to, I think we have 6 artists to chat with a little bit who are going to tell us about themselves. Maybe they might be able to show out a little bit of their art, and it's just going to be fun. And then we will, when we close out, we'll know that everybody's been educated about Square Foot Show, and that the show goes live January 9th.
Amazing.
So tell us about yourself.
Sure. I am an international and Canadian award-winning artist, and I paint vibrant, textured, open impressionist landscapes that breathe new life into the canvas and hopefully leaves the viewers uplifted. So very sugar pop color, kind of yummy. I call it it's like painting with cupcake icing.
Yes.
Nice, yummy colors.
Yes. I took a class with Noémie when she taught one at my gallery, and it was just so fun. And people really were uplifted during that class.
Good. It's therapy. Artists, this is fantastic for everyone to do it and just to enjoy it.
And
surrounding yourself with beauty.
And people can go directly to you, but you're in several galleries across Canada as well.
Absolutely. I'm in yours, Crown and Press, for sure.
Crown and Press.
Yeah, Ottawa, it's Koyman Galleries. In Collingwood, it is Butter Galleries. In Montreal, we have Galerie Bloom. And now I'm newly in Kelowna, British Columbia. British Columbia? Yeah.
Yep.
Hambleton Galleries.
Yes, I almost see the painting behind you of the vineyards. Is that
Yeah,
headed to Hambleton?
it's going to BC, Kelowna, and see if I can.
That's the Okanagan, a view of the Okanagan there.
Tantalus Vineyard. I've been there.
Oh, I've been to
Good
Tantalus
wine.
Vineyard.
Yeah, some great wine. So these two are going to go to Hambleton. Ooh, I can go this way.
Yeah.
And I have a baby version of this. I have a petite version in the Square Foot show. I just wanted to show it to you. Well,
yeah.
By me. Here we go. Here's the baby version. So that's going to be up for the show.
Up for grabs. Now, here's the thing. When people are shopping, it is a fast and furious show. If they sign up, we are a Shopify site. So we use the platform Shopify. If people sign up for the Shop app, and they put all their information in, they can quickly check out, because people have found if they put the art in their cart and they go browsing, that art literally could be taken from their cart and bought by somebody else. So we always advise, buy them one at a time unless you want to take a risk. So
yes, don't sit on it. Take an action.
Don't sit on it.
Hours. Most of the artwork will sell within the first hour. So if you
that's right,
go for it.
So let's introduce our first artist. It's going to be Manu. She can say her name better than Bachrakar. And we're going to add her to the stage. And she's coming to us from India.
Ooh, I love it.
Hello.
Hello, Manu. How are you?
Hi. I'm actually a UK-based artist, but I'm just visiting at the moment. I'm traveling to India to visit my mom.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm not in my studio and I don't have any of my live work here.
That's okay. They can see your work at the 48-hour preview if they sign up.
And on Instagram, just today, I posted my 5 paintings that are in this show. My Instagram is @artminu.
@artminu.
@Minu, yes.
Perfect.
I'm painting for the first time and I'm really, really excited.
Well, there you go. We got you. We're really excited too. And here's the thing that we like to do at Square Foot Show. If you miss out on purchasing Noémie's pieces or Manu's pieces on the show, go directly to them. The artists are going to have more work available to you. And we want to build their collectors. We want that to be a thing. It's not all about just getting it through the Square Foot show. We want you to go directly to the artist after the show. Their pieces are most likely all a sale price. My pieces go for $600. How much do your pieces go for, Noémie?
$650.
$650. And Manu, what do your 12 by 12s normally go for?
So normally they go between 350 to 400 British pounds.
Oh my goodness, British pounds.
Yes. Yeah, because I live in England.
So that's isn't that like $6.50 Canadian? Isn't a pound $1.50?
Sure.
Anyway, that's a deal. So it's a real deal. So Manu, what kind of work do you do?
So I paint landscapes, and my landscapes, I always try to evoke a very like a combination of reality and imaginative, very nostalgic, always beautiful. And what I do is I don't use a brush during my process. So I use a very fluid ink called alcohol ink.
Oh,
so fun.
Very high concentrated alcohol, like 99.9% alcohol, which is almost climbing the air as I hit it on paper. And it's a very fast and furious process where, you know, the inks are flowing wildly, and I use hair dryers and straws,
so cool.
syringes, anything to move the ink in a particular way. So it's a bit of interaction between the inks and me, and it always comes up with something unique. So I've been doing this for few years now, and I really, really enjoy it. And every painting is something new. I never repeat my patterns, and
Mhm.
you the colors I use, again, like Naomi was saying, my colors are always a bit on the fanciful side, to keep in with that idea of evoking like a childful, like an innocent playfulness in all of us. So that's
Oh,
what I to do. Yeah.
that's cool. So don't leave this live, but as soon as you get off the live, go check out Manu's work. Any questions for Manu, Noémie?
Well, I just it must be different, definitely a different technique compared to mine. I have a lot of control of every brush stroke. Everything is so purposefully placed and slowly. While
Yeah.
you, it's like maybe like a happy accident, kind of you're using a hair dryer, blow dryer, but then there's more fluidity,
That's
a lot more fluidity than that's interesting.
the spectrum between happy accidents
Yeah.
or a complete mess and god awful, like I don't know anything, I don't know how to paint, and but then the other thing is that the alcohol is always evaporating, so you have to add more to it, and it moves, and so you can't preserve your bottom layers. So if you has taught me a lot about whether to accept something or really make a decision to change it, and accept that it will never be the same again, so it's helpful in my life as well. I think this
Yeah,
policy
It's a beautiful,
either
sounds like a beautiful process.
I change it. Yeah.
that's
Wonderful.
true.
Yeah.
Well, Manu, we wish you the best of luck
Thank you
at
so much. I have to
at
thank
the
this organization and giving us an opportunity to go worldwide. Amazing. Thank
It
you.
is amazing. So when you buy Manu's pieces, they're going to be coming from the UK. And so they may take a little bit of time to get to you. So just so that you're patient when that happens. But Manu was going to get those out.
It shouldn't be that long. I have shipped before to US and Canada, and
Perfect.
not that bad. Yeah.
Okay. Good luck, Manu.
Bye.
We're going to go next to Julia Line.
Hi.
Hi, Julia. How are you?
Great. How are y'all?
Oh, y'all. Did you
Oh,
hear that?
sorry.
Y'all. Where are you, Julia?
Southerner. Yes, I'm from the Southeast United States. I was born in Georgia, grew up in Georgia, and then went to college in North Carolina and have remained here ever since. So
you're in North Carolina.
Carolina, yes. So
Well, that is what we love about the Square Foot Show. We are meeting people and artists from all over the continent and now UK, and we've even had Dubai, and I think we had India last show.
Wow, that's quite a ways.
It is. So look at those pieces behind her, Noémie.
So many pieces. I want to look everywhere. Look at that. Oh my Lord.
View.
Are we in your studio?
You are, yes.
Oh, and those are your pieces?
My pieces for the show. Yeah.
That is so okay. So we want to know about you.
Okay. Well, I was born in Georgia and then, like I said, went to North Carolina. And I started painting about 10 years ago, but I've always drawn. People always identified me as an artist, but like I said, didn't really discover oil painting till about 10 years ago. And I was like, this is my thing. I love this. This is what I was made for. And
so they're oils?
Yes. Now, a couple of them I did start in acrylic and then went back with oil, but I've kind of been experimenting with doing my starts in acrylic, but they're mostly oil and some of them are oil only.
I am experimenting with oil.
How's that going, Julia?
Oh,
well, those are the days that I'm like, those are the days I'm not sure I know how to paint. It's a stretch.
Yeah, it's always a stretch to do something new. I'm like I said, I've been experimenting with acrylic and it's a stretch for me, but
right.
It's fun to try new processes.
It is fun to try new. And even myself, oil was new. It's somewhat within 10 years. It's still a new medium to me. So I just love the buttery aspect of it and the colors.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Julia, do you layer I know that Noémie, her first stroke is her stroke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like
No,
she's laying it down and she doesn't go over it again.
okay. Yes. Typically up until now, I've been doing about 3 layers on the average, but, I'm trying to mix it up and try new things. So, and some paintings, you finish quicker than others. So it just depends.
Some just roll out, don't they?
Yes, right.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you're a very impressionist painter as well.
Yes, that's how I describe myself anyway. And I love in art history, I love the fauves. So I love color. I love, experimenting with my palette and playing around with but I love bright color. Like Noémie, I can't stay away from it.
So Julia, obviously, if people like your work, when people like your work, you've got a few bigger things in your studio that you would be able to sell them, right?
Definitely. And I have a website, julialawing.com.
Perfect.
And on the shop page at the top, there's a link that will take you to even more works on Artwork Archive. You can see everything that's available.
That is amazing. And are you in galleries in North Carolina or even anywhere in the U.S.?
Yes, I'm in a couple. One in Charlotte, one in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, and that's one of my goals this year is to apply to more galleries and get more exposure for my work.
Yeah. That is wonderful. I've not been to Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
I've been to Savannah.
Nice city. Oh, yes. I was just in Savannah last week.
Yeah, I love Savannah.
Yes, it's great.
There's a beautiful softness to your work.
Yes.
At least from far, right?
Are you coastal?
Not in Charlotte, no, but I grew up in coastal Georgia. And then my family, we frequently go to the coast. We go to Fripp Island, South Carolina a lot, and down to coastal Georgia a lot. So that is my main muse for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it has been a pleasure to meet you, Julia, and best of luck with the show. And it's going to be great. Hello from Serbia.
Thrilled to participate. Thank you so much.
All right. We're going to go to Christine next.
All right. Bye-bye.
Fun.
There's Christine.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
How are you, Christine?
I'm good. It's a little dark in here. I tried to play with the lighting. It's just dark outside right now. We need some color. We need some color in our lives.
Oh, we do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and you are a colorful personality, Chris. I was really looking forward to talking to you because if anybody has not followed Chris Warburton-Hume yet, she has the best feed. Her reels are so fun and her work is just extremely uplifting and very vibrant and just great.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of fun. The reels can be interesting at times, but yeah, I have fun with it. Yeah.
So you do a lot of reels though, don't you?
Yeah, that seems to be the thing that, I've kind of centered on. I've tried just photos and things, but I mean, the reels are they're fun,
So let's give people who are watching a little tip. Do you have a tip on how to do a reel or how to not be afraid of doing reels?
Well, yeah, you got to let that fear go because you're going to mess up so many times. I actually had a collection out just before the holidays, and I did a few bloopers reels after that, and I was just laughing so hard at myself. So yeah, seriously.
Jean says they're the best reels ever, but her name's Hulme in there. I'm wondering if she's related to you.
That is my twin sister. That's my twin sister. She's my biggest fan.
She is. Now, Noémie, she does a lot of reels too. I've kind of watched Noémie, and she'll just videotape all the stages, and I think she must have a large stash on her computer of her what do you call it, the little snippets and can't B-roll and all that, and she just will go from there and grab stuff.
I've just gotten a habit of before starting, is place the empty canvas, different stages I will always record, whether I use it or I don't, at least I have it. So just keep recording things here and there and then use it for
Do you okay, my question is, do you just use your phones?
Yeah, I do.
I just use my phone.
Just your phone.
That is it. Yeah. Good or bad, it turns out.
So Chris, tell us about yourself. Tell us where you are, what kind of imagery you like to do, and what galleries you're in, or how people can find you.
Okay. Well, I was born in Ontario. I married a Navy man, and we've been on the east coast of Nova Scotia for the rest of our lives. He's retired now, but I love it here, and I've always loved lots of color, lots and lots of color. So that you'll see a lot of color in my art. I started painting about 3-ish years ago. And I started with acrylics and then moved into mixed media collage, and I just love it. And what I'm really obsessed with, as you can tell, is what I call vintage can florals.
Yes.
And I'll design my own cans now and just kind of go crazy with the florals. And I kind of like to be a little sassy with what's on the cans now too. So that it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
It is. It is a lot of fun. And you've been in a couple of square foot shows already.
I have actually. This is, my first anniversary on Square Foot. My first one was last January. And I was also in the pop art show, which I did really well in. And that just clicked. It was like, that's it. That's what I'm doing. So, it's been great. I'm not in a gallery yet. That is on my goal list for this year.
Okay.
But I do sell online on Daily Paintworks, and you can find all my links on my Instagram. Just search Chris Warburton Hume. I'm the only one out there. So
well, you're the only one that does what you do.
Yeah. At least the way I do it anyway.
That's right.
Well, wonderful to have something unique about your artwork, right? So people can remember you and you shine.
Well, and isn't that the goal for most artists, right? To be able to be recognizable, as soon as you see something like, oh, that I know who did that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the best tip.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Be yourself. That's a good tip to leave this with. I'm going to go to Danielle. Danielle. She's going to have to tell me how to say it. Maybe you can say it. Here, I'm going to say goodbye to Chris. And we'll up Danielle. I had it.
Danielle Beaulieu. Am I right?
Danielle Beaulieu, yes.
Oui.
Beaulieu.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of vowels. It's French. What can you say, right?
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. How are you, Danielle?
I'm doing good. This is exciting.
We're very excited to have you.
Yeah,
is this your first Square Foot? And this is Noémie brought you in.
Yeah.
Yes, Noémie brought me in. I've been in other Square Foot shows, but this is my first one here with you guys.
That is
so this is great. I'm
excited. I've known Danielle for a little bit. Like when I started my art career in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, I joined a local organization called Art East, and she was part of it. I just remember seeing her at shows and follow her on social media, and I was like, Danielle's work is fantastic, and she does watercolor, and that's something you don't see often at the
right.
You don't see that often because people say, it's frame glass. It just doesn't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mount my watercolor paper.
So there you go.
Watercolor paper.
You solved it.
And I glue it. I've got a YouTube video that explains how I do this. So it's all glued and varnished, and then there's a thin coat of gamblin wax on it.
Oh, and that's how it protects it, so you don't need glass.
We
are full of tips today, Noémie.
When I started, I wasn't putting the gamblin wax, and you know what it's like, right? You just have pieces of artwork that no one's ever going to buy. So I live in a rural area, and they're hanging outside.
Wow. Oh, they're still good.
they're still good. They last for years.
That's amazing.
And what breaks is not my watercolors. It doesn't bleed. It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't
It's
change
the,
the
it's
color.
the box.
Yeah.
I
no,
don't
this-
create the box. I buy the
does
box.
it change the color?
Not at all.
Amazing.
Not at all. I've had one which with loons. So there was a lot of white and dark colors. They never bled.
Mm.
And snow fell on them and everything else. So, the
All right.
process
So you've teased everybody with that image. You do tell us what you do.
So I paint still life, which means I collect a lot of props.
Okay. Are you a thrifter? I love thrifting.
I got this at the thrift store, $2.
Right on.
Look how cool this is. Look at the flowers.
It's
Yeah.
very cool.
So let me just do it. Where's okay? So
Oh,
the cool thing about it on the mirror, the flowers just popped.
Yeah.
So this is, you can't see them too much in here, but it's the motif on the mirror that I just love.
that is
So
really incredible.
I
Thank
buy-
you, Lindsay, for highlighting that. That's brilliant. We got a close up of Danielle's work.
So I always say, nobody keeps their family heirlooms, but they all come to my place.
They all come to your house
That's
and then you
good.
paint them for them. That's a way you can
Wonderful.
have Danielle paint your heirlooms and then you can donate them.
So I have a whole collection of this silver pot.
I think that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I think this is one of my favorite. I'm a sucker for black and white pattern.
I know. Somebody was telling me recently that actually the diamond fabric is coming into style. It's like,
Cool.
you know how they have color of the year and stuff?
Yeah.
So I've got two. I've got another diamond fabric for the show.
Oh my gosh. I don't think they're going to stay for sale very long.
Yeah.
But
And
then you know what? This I see. It's lifestyle, but it's not lifestyle. It's
It's
still
realistic.
but it has a modern twist to it. It doesn't look like
Yes.
old school.
I'm trying not to kind of make it look like old granny style. And, I figure people got rid of this stuff. So they don't just
Well,
want
I think it's your
because
color
they got rid of it.
combinations too. Your colors are fresh
Yeah.
and modern.
I focus a lot on the background to make this pop. Like you probably can't see. Well, you can see a little bit, right? So this is a dark green.
Yeah.
So it helps the apples pop, right?
Yeah.
So I work very hard with the backgrounds to make them pop. Like the pears, the background's almost a little violet.
Yeah. So you're
Pears
using
pop.
complementary colors,
Exactly.
practicing color
So-
theory. Another great tip for any of you artists out there.
It just helps because traditionally you put dark or black background behind
Yes,
this stuff.
you did.
And it's nice because it makes things pop, but it makes a little bit more interesting with the color, with the complementary color in the back. So
Absolutely.
I have a lot
So-
of fun with that.
So where can everybody find you?
I'm at Danielle Beaulieu Watercolors. So that's my website. Instagram, Danielle Beaulieu Watercolors. Facebook, Danielle Beaulieu Watercolors. Spelled the Canadian way with O-U-R-S, right? Not the L-O-R-S at the end of watercolor.
Yes. And
Yeah.
are you in any galleries?
No, I'm not.
Not yet.
Mhm.
Well, I find I sell most of my stuff at art shows.
So you like to do that? You like to take things and go to art
I've
shows?
seen the people in person and buying the artwork. Like
That
it's
is a
so-
fabulous way to go, guys. I know that Noémie does art shows as well.
Yeah.
I spent many years slogging at different art shows, and every year I'm tempted to apply to one or two, and then I say no.
It is a lot of work.
a lot of work to set up and everything else, but I enjoy it.
Okay.
And it's
That
like-
is so great. All
Well,
right,
those are
Danielle.
watercolors. Well,
good.
that's it. Thank you very much.
Well, good luck on Thursday night,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go to Lynn Y.
Bye bye. Have
Bye.
a wonderful time buying.
I don't see Lynn off stage, or did we lose Lynn?
Yeah.
Lindsay, so I'm going to go next to Lorinda Lee. Hi, Lorinda.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Good. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Julia. I've followed you for quite a while.
Oh, that's
Enjoyed
wonderful.
your work.
And is this your first square foot show?
Yes, it is. I have to say I'm a little nervous about it, but yes, I'm excited too.
Well, congratulations. We all have a first time,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
And Lorinda, where are you? Where are you?
I'm on the west coast of Canada, so just east of Vancouver, about an hour in the Fraser Valley.
Oh my goodness.
So
Do you have a lot of snow
here
right
yet.
now?
Pardon me?
Is there a lot of snow there right now?
None. We
have no snow either.
We've barely had even any frost this year. It's just been, mild.
Noémie, do you have snow?
Yeah, it's been a while. Before Christmas, we had snow.
No, we have no snow here at all.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So Lorinda, tell us, okay, who you are, where you just told us where you are, but tell us what you do, what medium, and where people can find you.
Okay. Most of my work is all oils, and I'd say the majority of it, I do still lifes. So I seem to have played around with a few things, but kind of have settled in there. And I noticed when I looked at the artwork I used to have on my walls that wasn't mine, I often had still life. So
interesting.
That's what I gravitate towards in any case. So, I try to do a little bit of a modern look to it, not too old. And it's just.
So you related to Danielle?
Kind of. I like her work.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
She might be on your list of who to buy.
So I've just started about, 7-8 years ago, and just started to take painting more seriously and wanted to just learn. And I love it because it's always like a puzzle. You're always learning something, and whatever I paint, I try to challenge myself.
So do you paint full time at this point?
No, I wouldn't say full time, but I'm almost every day there's a little something you're doing in the studio or something. But if I go a week without actually painting, you start to get
feel it.
I relate.
Yeah, because sometimes that's
give us a close up of one of the pieces.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. This looks so beautiful.
So reflections again. You're loving that too. The reflections and things.
Yeah, I love the challenge of glass and silver. So there's another one.
I noticed that turquoise ribbon there.
Yeah.
Very pretty. So you're attracted to silver. Now, okay, so as a still life, are you photographing your piece and working from a photo, or do you set it up and work live?
The majority of the times I have it set up in my studio here and work at it live. It'll be a combination because sometimes things will wilt or go brown before, and but I do try to keep it live. I like to see the colors live better than from a photograph. But definitely, I'm not against a photograph. I've used them. Some things you just need to. Yeah.
I find live painting. Well, I'm a landscape painter, so live painting can be really tricky because of the way the light moves. I work mostly from photo reference.
Me too.
Yeah, and where I am, like I've got a lot of windows right here. So that can really affect the light. I try to, use a box and cut out the light so I can control it. But yeah.
I know here, even in my husband's office, the light outside is changing and I'm noticing, it's coming up and down.
Yeah.
That would be the challenge. So that's good for you.
Yeah. I've done a little bit of plein air. I try to do it kind of on the side. And that does help because you have to make decisions fairly quickly.
Are you in a group at all?
No, just a girlfriend and I. She's also does art and we always spend some days together. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, Lorinda, where can people find your work?
Okay, I'm on Instagram at Lorinda Lee Art. And then my website is lorindaleeart.com.
Perfect. Very easy.
Yeah. Tried to keep it simple.
So we want everybody to sign up at squarefootShow.com for the 48-hour preview, and you can go in and you can see Lorinda's pieces nice and close up, and that's going to happen at 8 p.m. tonight. And then you're going to have 2 days to, kind of curate and look at what you want to buy. And then 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, it's fast, it's furious. The show will go live, and put your items in your cart, buy your items, and the artist, one by one, if unless you like taking risks, there might be some risk takers out there. And the artists have what we will do, just so that you as collectors know, the artists need to get notification. So the show has to be over, and then we have to go in and we have to, assemble all those orders and get those out to the artists. So that takes a couple of days. And then the artists have 10 days to get their pieces boxed up and sent out to you. And it'll be a little easier than last time. We had the last show, Canada Post was on strike. So the artists had to, try and find different ways of shipping. But this time, depending on what they use from where they are, they will be shipping out within 10 days of getting their notification. And then who knows, wherever you are, how long it takes. Because if you buy something from Lorinda Lee and she's in the West Coast and you buy it from Nova Scotia, it might take a little bit of time to get there.
It's worth waiting. Good things.
I always love getting the pieces because I think Lindsay told me that there's one other lady who is now on our jury that has bought as many as I have. And, I have a lot. So when I get them in the mail, it is always such a pleasure to open them up. The artists usually wrap them so nicely and send cards and notes, and it's a real pleasure to get them. So it's fun. So Lorinda, best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of the show. Don't
Thanks
be
for
nervous.
having me.
Beautiful work.
Don't be nervous. Just promote. So a tip I have to artists everywhere who are in shows, promote. You are not overwhelming your audience. The Instagram audience might see, if you put 6 posts up, they might see 1, right? Like they don't, you're not overwhelming by or spamming if you're sending out the information. That's my tip. Be your number one promoter and send it out.
Yeah.
Good tip.
All right, we're going to go. That's it. You're the last one, Lorinda.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
All right. Have a good day, Lorinda. I'll finish
Thank
this
you very
off.
much, Julia.
I'll finish this
Lovely
off with
meeting you.
Noémie.
Yeah.
Noémie, we did it.
Whoop, whoop. That was fun.
It
You know,
was fun.
I was debating if I should open a bubbly. I'm like, oh, that'd be so fun, but I won't be productive after.
Right? I got to go to work too.
Yeah.
I was in meetings all morning.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fun.
But you know what? That's part of your art life too.
Oh, absolutely. Like
It's not all about painting all day. You got to do that marketing. And that's what we like about Square Foot Show is that we're lifting up artists. We're bringing them forward. We're giving them a little help.
Mhm.
And many of our artists have been discovered in galleries. And I have to tell you, Noémie, that Hambleton Gallery found you through Square Foot Show.
Really? But they did say they spoke to you and you had a good word. So
Well, that too. But they found you and through Square Foot Show. And different galleries I've noticed have been finding artists through Square Foot Show. And I'm just so pleased.
new upcoming, emerging artists, and they're like, "Ooh, who do I see as potential?" Right? So you're kind of curating for them. You're helping them out, which is awesome.
Yep, they're noticing, and they're watching because they're trying to bring great people to their clientele too.
Yeah, and me as an artist, as a growing artist, is you got to get out there to be seen. So you got to keep doing different shows, try new shows, whether it's in person, online, try contests. If you don't have visibility, nobody sees your work. You have
That's
to.
right. Exactly. And that's why I always say, don't worry. Like post.
Mhm.
People are interested in what artists do.
Yeah.
They are. So the 48-hour preview goes out tonight. Subscribe at squarefootshow.com. And the show goes live January 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Noémie, how many pieces do you have in?
I have like 15.
So Noémie has 15 paintings in, guys. That is a deal. Her pieces are they are almost half price.
Almost half price. So yeah, this year.
And you know what? They're more than half price, because if they bought those directly from you, you might charge them shipping.
Maybe.
I know, right? So they're getting $3.50 free shipping, all of that.
Yeah.
And and Noémie will be just so you know, as clientele, the artist will be getting your information, and we advise them to add you to their mailing lists so that they can bring you more work as they produce it. So Noémie, best of luck on Thursday, and thanks for joining me and hosting this wonderful live.
It's so fun.
It was really fun.
Always.
And that'll be it for today.
Yay. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Super great.
Ciao.